Hey everybody, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you exactly how I would work with a client who's looking at a one-bedroom condo in Vancouver and he already owns another property. So I'm actually going to create this thing from scratch. So I'm going to go through 3 or 4 different scenarios to show you how quickly this would work. So first thing, let's do 5% down, great credit. So let's do this quickly. So here's the qualifying rate, 4.99, amortization, 25 years, 300. GDS is going to be 39.44. Rental offset is going to be 20%. Basement suite offset is going to be 20%. Just for you to know, a 50% add back is equivalent to a 20% offset, and 100% add back is equivalent to a 40% offset. Okay, so now I'm going to go to this guy's personal income. So I can add personal income, add self-employed income, or add corporate income. So just go add personal income. Let's say the first person's name is John Smith, and his 2017 income is going to be $80,000. And then his wife is self-employed, so let's call her Jane Smith. And we're going to do a 2-year income average of 2016. So let's say 50,000 here, and then next year was better, 80,000 there. And now we got a 2-year average of 65,000 here. Okay, so nothing special going on so far. Now we got $145,000 a year of income to work with. Where it's going to get good is actually how I'm going to view properties in terms of GDS and TDS. The fact is, I'm no longer going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this client, he's going to buy a 1-bedroom Vancouver. So believe it or not, you can probably get those. I had a client of mine about a month ago buy one for $650,000. So I'm going to assume that the mortgage is going to be around $600,000 at 5% down. Qualifying payments can be $3,500 a month. The heat will be used is about $75 a month. Strata is $225, and the taxes per month will be $100 a month. So he has a payment total combined here of $3,900 a month that he has to qualify for. So what's really interesting, what we ended up figuring out was we can convert this $3,900 a month into an income amount, meaning this property actually costs $120,000 worth of income. You need to make $120,000 income minimum to buy this property. So the good news is he has $145,000 combined available, so it's technically possible. But unfortunately, we forgot he has a rental. So I'm going to add a non-subject rental property. So let's just type in rental. The rental on the property gets $2,000 a month. The mortgage payment is, say, $1,850. There's no heat, no strata, and the taxes are, say, $250. So it's like a home or a townhouse or something. So with the 20% offset, when the calculation gets done, there is a negative $1,700 a month payment that has to be dealt with. When you convert this into income, if you're curious how you do that, you basically take $1,700 a month, times it by 12, and divide it by the GDS or TDS, we will get a value of $46,000 worth of income. This property requires $46,000 worth of income. So combined between these two, he needs $166,000 to make this deal work at 5% down with great credit. Now, when I'm working with a client or I'm doing a pre-approval or trying to figure out his numbers, I would quickly just change the numbers here. But if there's something that I want to save, let's say I want to save this, I want to keep it. All I have to do now is just click on copy worksheet. And let's say I wanted to go from 5% down great credit to just good credit. What would I have to do to figure out those numbers? I only have to go to GDS and TDS and go 35, 42. So now I'm going to scroll down. The incomes here actually changed that's required for these properties. We no longer need, I think it was 162, we now need $182,000 worth of income to qualify for this. So that's at the 5% down level. Now let's go copy worksheet again, and let's go do 20% down Scotiabank. So after January 1st, the qualifying rate for this Scotia is going to be 4.99 no matter what. You're looking at a 360-month amortization. GDS, TDS can be 44. Rental offset's going to be 50%, but unfortunately in Scotiabank, the basement suite offset is only 20. So now I'm going to scroll down. The income stayed the same, But if you look here, now the reality is if you come up 20% down, I'm going to assume here quickly that he's actually not going to have a $600,000 mortgage. He's going to have a $480,000 mortgage. So the payment for requirement to qualify is $2,900 a month, but income-wise equals $81,000 a year worth of income. The rental, I get to wipe out the taxes because it's dealing with Scotia, is only $23,000. So combined between these two, the client requires $104,000 worth of income. Okay, and he's got 145, so this deal now works. But let's say I wanted to quickly check out what Scotiabank can do. No, not Scotiabank. Let's say Coast Capital. So now I'm going to do Coast Capital. And they're not federally regulated, so they're going to do 3.69% for qualifying. And GDS, TDS will be 39.44. Rental offset on will be 75 and 85 for the basement suite. And so now the income is there. Now, one bedroom, $80,000 to qualify. So it's very similar to what Scotia would be. But the big difference now is the rental income here, because we're using 85%, we only have a $350 a month deficit, which equals a $10,000 or $9,500 liability. So now the combined income between both of these to qualify for a client is 89 grand. We have 145,000 available, and we're good to go. But let's say we take it to another level. Let's say the client actually wanted to go buy, and we want to do this quickly. We wanted to go buy another rental. What kind of rental could he want to do? So I would just click on Add Subject Rental. Let's say I'm dealing with Coast. So let's just do a test. The client's asking me, what could we do? So let's go just do a test rental. Max mortgage saying I want to buy a 600 grand property. I go, okay, fine. So let's do a let's say 460 mortgage. We talk about what the rental would be, probably about 2,600 on a 600 or 620 purchase. The heat's not going to be there. Strata's not going to be there. Or maybe the Strata would be there. So let's just figure out the numbers. And taxes might be 150. So combined between this would cost a negative $500 a month in this exact situation. So which would equal a negative $15,000 a year. So combined, he's got 105,000 available. So the question he might ask then, or she might ask is, well, how much mortgage could I qualify for? Well, it just depends. We just type in this number and we start figuring out what these numbers are going to be. Oops. And you start to see very quickly. So technically, he could buy a $750,000 rental with a $2,600 rental income and still qualify for this mortgage because he got 145 here and he got about the same here. So this has actually made me to do complicated files ridiculously fast and ridiculously easy. So there you go. This is lender analysis. So I'll just show you quickly the range. I'm just going to delete this property here. So up here, 5% down, 166. 5% down, good credit, 182. 20% Scotiabank, 104. Coast Capital, 89,000. There you go. Log in and give it a go.